Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tonight in the Devil's Crotch Kitchen, because it's hotter than Hades in here, we are going to be making Philly cheesesteaks. So the first thing we're going to do, I already got the griddle all oiled up, so she's ready to go. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit. Yes, sorry, you got the fan noise, but it's freaking hot as crap out here, so we've already covered this in the last video. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch. So we're going to start off with a little bit of peppers and onions. Get them all sauteed up. Got a little butter in there for some flavor. It is going to be good. This heat wave is supposed to end tonight, so I'm very much looking forward to that, because as I'm cooking right now, it is 8:25 in the PM, because it's barely tolerable now. It's still 86 degrees with a real feel of about 90 plus. So unfortunately, I've noticed I've lost some viewers over the last couple weeks because I haven't been doing a lot of Jeep content, and I apologize for that, but I did explain that right now I have Medusa still getting worked on. We haven't had her in our garage since December, and Natasha has a bent tie rod, and I don't feel comfortable driving her because if that tie rod were to go, catastrophic bad things could happen. So cooking is what it is right now, and we're having fun with it, and if you stick with us, I promise there'll be more Jeep content. Here, look. Jeep content, Natasha and Phoebe. Got your Jeep
They like to watch
content.
us cook.
And then our wingman, Ace. Ace, you excited for some Philly cheesesteaks? I do have some updates for Natasha. She is going to be going into the shop, and by the shop I mean SFJ 4x4, in about 3 or 4 weeks. And we should be basically doing a swap. We're gonna pick up Medusa, bring her home, make a buttload of content, and we're gonna let them work on Natasha. What is Natasha getting? Well, for starters, she's gonna get a new tie rod since her idiot owner bent it. And she is gonna be getting some Reed racing knuckles, some heavy-duty ball joints, some Iron Rock off-road rear long arms. I already have the front long arms. And she's going to be getting a Mopar steel rear bumper.
Yay!
And off the top of my head, I think that's about it, but it's going to be exciting. She'll get an oil change and tire rotation while she is there. But you know, it's just one of those things where I just don't have the time or the money to be constantly off-roading, so we try to fill those times with what makes us happy, and that's cooking. So I apologize if not having a lot of Jeep content is off-putting, but I live in the real world, unlike some of the bigger YouTubers that seem to have endless pockets and sponsors coming out of their ears. That's just not how we are. We're just normal people that work our butts off, and we do what we do when we can do it.
And we like food.
And we like food. Obviously, you've seen me.
And the Blackstone.
Yes.
She's pretty.
Yep. All right, we got the onions and peppers off to the side on low, just kind of keeping them warm over there. I just re-oiled the grill. Gonna turn down to a medium low. And what's next, Chef Erin?
We have some beef shaved steak ribeye. It's from Aldi. It's pretty cheap. I've gotten it from BJ's before, but Aldi was the one that I went to and they had it, so we're gonna go ahead and put it down. I just want to show you what it looked like before we go ahead and do it.
Nom nom nom.
It's so good. Ready? And that's it.
Now we're gonna start pulling it apart. And what I like to use to pull it apart are my 2 scrapers. They work really well.
You want to get into like bite-sized pieces. Just pull it apart, chop it up.
You're basically just tearing the meat at this point. don't worry, I am not a professional, so you can trust that I know what I'm doing. Now we're gonna go ahead and season it up with some of this Blackstone cheesesteak seasoning. It's only been about a minute since I started shredding it, but it doesn't take long, so we turn the heat all the way down to low. We'll throw a little bit over here because why not? Go ahead and turn that in there. Get the flavor, marinate a little bit, and just keep on shredding it.
Breaking it apart. What's good about the shaved ribeye, it's really nice and thin. You can do whatever you want with it. Make it as thin or as thick as you want. It's up to you.
At this point, you can pretty much just turn the heat off altogether because you don't want to overcook it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it all off. I'm going to go ahead and separate the beef and the vegetables into two piles, which are going to become the sandwiches. We've got the heat off because we don't want to overcook it. All right, what do we need now? Cheese?
We need the cheese. I'm gonna put some provolone down. 2 slices per.
Now you can get a dome if you got one big enough and steam it, but we are fortunate enough that we have a lid on ours. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of water on here. Should be enough heat on there to steam it. Let it steam for a while. I turned the burners back on just to make sure we got that good steam action going.
Oh.
So they're a little bit longer than the bun, so we're going to go ahead and kind of consolidate here a little bit. All right, now what we're going to do, we got some hoagie rolls. Just bread. We didn't toast them or season them or anything. We're just going to set them on there. And then we'll let them sit there for a little bit, and then we'll plate them. We waited about 30 seconds or so, so we're going to go ahead and open it up. Now this is the part that I haven't quite perfected yet, but I've been watching some YouTubes.
I'll stand back.
Ace is ready because he knows if I screw up, he's going to make out.
Oh. Woo!
That was a bit violent. I'll do better in the next one.
I'll just turn the plate around. Oh, he saw some shrapnel.
Okay, that's looking pretty good. But the thing is, once you start, you got to full commit.
Oh, look at that cheese.
A little bit more controlled. Dogs are not upset because I'm dropping little pieces here and there.
Oh, look at that little extra coming off. We'll take this inside.
And again, I am not a professional, so you can trust that I know exactly what I'm doing.
Certified Blackstone chef. Here's our delightful ribeyes. Probably put a little bit of mayonnaise on it. And then over here, we have our crinkle cut fries in the air fryer that I believe are done. I'm going to turn this off. And this cheesesteak seasoning is kind of amazing. It makes everything taste really, really good. Might sprinkle a little bit more on before I put some mayonnaise on. Here is our finished product. We got some crinkle cut fries and our delicious Philly cheesesteak with a spot of mayo on it.